Hello everyone, very good evening. Welcome to Unacademy live NTA UGC NET. Myself Vodnala Shivalingam, a qualified NET-JRF in Commerce. I am a verified educator at Unacademy platform for teaching to the UGC NET Paper 1 and Paper 2 Commerce and some of the subjects of management in the English medium of instruction. So you can just follow me in the Unacademy Learning app. Daily free live sessions are going on at 5:30 p.m. in the evening. So for the UGC NET Paper 1, I am taking a live session daily at 5:30 p.m. in the Unacademy free platform, which I am solving at 2021 UGC NET Paper 1, all the shifts question papers. Today it was not there, but tomorrow it will be there. And at 9:15 p.m. here in this YouTube channel, every Tuesday and every Friday, as well as every Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday, I am taking a live session in this YouTube channel at 9:15 p.m. So for this, please do subscribe to this channel and do hit a like button and do not forget to share it with your friends. So today we will be discussing a Commerce and Management, one full question paper, Commerce question paper 2018 question paper. So one by one question paper, let us try to solve. As many as questions possible will solve in this, right? And next, these are the simple steps that you can follow to access to free live session. Just download the Unacademy Learning app, and after that go to the profile section of mine, which is Vodnala Shivalingam. The link is available in this description. After that, enroll by using my invite code Shiva Live. You can unlock the free live session. Moreover, do join into my Telegram group. The Telegram group name is that Unacademy space Vodnala Shivalingam. And there is a weekend batch course, guys. The announcement is that today is a final call for all the new joinees for the Unacademy Plus subscription. Tomorrow, first day for a weekend batch course, April 9th. We 3 educators are going live tomorrow. So please do subscribe to Unacademy Plus platform. Set up NTA, NET and JRF for the Paper 1 weekend special batch course, mainly by keeping in mind working professionals. To give a benefit to them, this course is being designed. Use the invite code Shiva Live to get 10% off on the subscription whenever you are taking a subscription. Entire unit, 10 units will be covered for the Paper 1 in this weekend course. So regular courses for the Paper 1 and Paper 2 also going on. You can subscribe. These are the Unacademy subscription plans that are available. You can just see. So one subscription will give you every educator access. Use the invite code while taking any plan of subscription, whether Plus or Iconic. Use this code Shiva Live to get 10% off on the subscription. Question number 1 of this session. Hello, good evening everyone. Veera, Abhishek, Eva, Jyoti Kashyap, Kalpana, Mona, Coptic, Parul, Bhavna, Commerce Tree, Irama, so central bank significantly influence the savings and investment of consumer policy, consumer spending, the economy through which of the following policy? So answer is that option 2 is a given answer, that is monetary policy, because monetary policy is the government RBI policy which will be made by the RBI to control the money supply with the 2 types of measurements or instruments called as in qualitative and quantitative. In this, inflation as well as money supply, everything will be controlled with this policy from time to time, which is to be issued by the RBI. Next question. Which of the following is not a character of a capitalism? Good evening, Sarvani, Komal, Rama Singh. Answer will be what? Not a character of a capitalism. Guys, do hit a like button if you like this session. So answer will be option 2. Answer is option 2. You can see. So that is the country's major means of production either owned by the government or the use their use is controlled by the government. If it is controlled by the government, which economy it is? It is about socialist economy. If it is controlled by the government, planned economy or a socialist economy where government will be controlling everything, and in the capitalism no role of the government or very little role of the government is going to be there. So that's why option B is not a character of a capitalism, which is a character of a socialism. Socialist economy. Which of the following is not a salient feature of industrial policy development since 1991? Yes, this is going to be a mixed questions. So answer is option number 4 is a correct answer. They're asking about not a feature of industrial policy. Monopoly or dominant position for the public sector is most of the industrial control of the commanding heights of the economy by the public sector. Actually, commanding by the public sector was not covered under the 1991, because in 1991 what was there? There is a LPG, which is liberalization, privatization. 1991 economic policy has made a liberal economy by removing all the restrictions. The restrictions were removed and more of private mechanism was there, or private sector got improvised, not the public sector. Here they are stating monopoly of the public sector. No, previously it was a monopoly of the public sector, not the 1991 policy. With that, that is not a 1991 policy scope. Next. Which one of the following does not form part of the important information to be incorporated in the Memorandum of Association as specified in the Companies Act 2013? See ya. Unique answer. Okay. Let's see. The rules and regulation and bylaws for the internal management of the company. They're asking not a part of the MOA. Means there are two things which we know. MOA as well as AOA. AOA is an internal document of the company, whereas AOA is an outsider document. So out of the following option, which is internal document? That is option C is the internal document, which is not a form part of MOA. Next question. The volume of import tends to be very high when there is a conjuncture of high rate of economic growth and a sharp fall in the relative price of the import and vice versa. High rate of growth, ceteris paribus, is associated with a rise in imports and increase in the imports. Ceteris paribus is associated with a fall in the relative price of the imports. Question समझ नहीं आया? Read again. Volume of imports means a quantity tend to be very high. Quantity of imports are increasing when there is a conjuncture of high rate of economic growth and a sharp fall in the relative price of the import. Whenever the prices are coming down and whenever the economy is increasing, then in such a case imports are increasing very high because imports price is very less. The sharp fall in the price of the imports. And ulta also. High rate of growth, ceteris paribus means everything constant except a price. So high rate of growth is associated with rise in imports and increase in the imports is associated with a fall in relative price of the imports. Is these statements are correct or not? Let us go further. Option 1 is a correct answer because both the statements are correct and A is referring to I. Look at here. Why? Because by whenever import prices falls, quantity of the import will rise. Because at a lesser price we are getting quality of goods from other countries, we will import more and more. So when price less, quantity will increase. Here only price is changing except other things are constant. That is what a ceteris paribus. Ultimately because of increase in imports, growth of economy also growing. That is what a two statement summary. That's it. Next question. Which of the following statements are not correct to consumerism? Guys, please do hit a like button if you like this session. So answer is that option number 2 is a given answer. What is that 2? The government does not have any role in consumer protection as it is a part of the business organization alone. But if the government doesn't have any role, where are the rules and regulations are coming? The Consumer Protection Act 2019 is been operating. This is due to the government only. If the government does not enact the law, then there is no law and no restrictions, nothing. So there must be a role. Not is not correct. So this not and this not is making an answer. So not is not correct. That is why. Next. Which of the following is not covered under the approach adopted by the Niti Aayog? 5-year planning approach, 3-year action agenda, 7-year strategy, 15 years vision. By Niti Aayog is having 3 things. Correct now, Niti Aayog is having 3 things. Vision as well as strategy and action. Long term 15 years is the vision, 7 years strategy, 3 years action agenda. And they are asking not covered in Niti Aayog is planning, 5 years planning, because this is of financial planning. 5 years financial planning was there previously. Before the Niti Aayog implementation, there is a financial plans which is of every 5 years used to be there. So this is a feature of that financial plans. All right. Next. Personal transactions of the owners of the business are not recorded in the books. Personal transactions of the owners of the business does not record in the books of accounts. According to the business entity concept, each business enterprise is considered as an accounting unit separate from the owners. Separate from the owners. So answer is A only, because obviously A must be the answer. Why A must be the answer? This is as per the business entity concept. As per the business entity concept, business is different from the owners, and personal transactions of the owners should not be recorded in the business books of accounts, and it is against the business entity concept if you are recording it. That is why if you are taking any amount from the business also, there is a separate account called as then drawing account is there, which is a personal account, which is showing you have taken a loan from the business and you need to be repaid back. That's what a drawing account refers to. Next. Which one of the following is not an example of financing activities with reference to cash flow statement? Repayment of a bank loan, interest on debentures or a dividend paid, cash proceeds from the public deposits, sale of fixed asset. Not a financing activity example. Means 3 are financing activity, only one is not. One is not a financing activity as per the provision. So answer is D, because this sale of fixed asset is an investing activity. This is an investing activity in the cash flow statement, which is not a financing activity. These three are cash flow from financing activity. Next. Which one of the following statements is true about estimated cost and standard cost? True about estimated and standard cost. So answer is option number 1 is the correct answer, because standard costs are based on the scientific analysis and in engineering studies, while estimated costs are based on the historical basis. This is simply a prediction. Historical basis means a prediction based on the past, that is estimation. Standard costs are separate, engineering process will be undertaken, means a proper mechanisms and tools will be used to make a standard cost or a predetermined costing, that is standards. Which of the following statement is not true? An expenditure intended to benefit current year is a revenue expenditure. Amount paid for acquiring goodwill is a capital expenditure. Wages paid for installation of a new machine is usually debited to wages account. Revenue expenditure is not intended to benefit future period. This is very obvious answer, which is a simple one. False statement they are asking. Clear cut 3 statements are true and 1 statement is absolute conceptual wrong. So the conceptual mistake is that it is not to be debited to wages account. Wages paid for installation of a new machine is debited to which account? By machine account. Machine account debtor to cash. So it is not to be debited to wages account. X Limited forfeited shares of 10 each. 8 called up, on which John had paid application and allotment of 5 rupees. Out of this, 15 shares were reissued to Parker at a 6 rupees. The balance share in a forfeiture account after transferring it to a capital reserve account. This is very well-known question. And we mugged up the answer also for this question, We have actually, by doing many number of times, we have remembered this answer also. So answer is obvious answer, that is C. How C? See, there is nothing we need to do. There are 20 shares which are forfeited. Out of this, how many shares are reissued? 15 are reissued. So this number of shares only going to deal with the capital reserve and all. But they are asking about how much still there in the share forfeiture account. which are not reissued will be there. 20 minus 15 shares means remaining how many shares? 5 shares. On these 5 shares, how much collected? 5 rupees collected. Only this much amount will be left over in the share for feature, that is 25 rupees. X and Y share the profits in 7:3. Admit Z for the 3/7 of share in a new firm. So in which 2/7 from X and 1/7 from Y, XYZ new ratio will be. Oh, this is also remembered, Parval. Tuch. First, how to deduct, can you please tell? 3/7, na? Whether 2/7 directly from X and from Y 1/7 directly straight away, or else do we need to do anything? Option D is a correct answer, yes. But how to calculate is a question, right? D is a correct answer. Old ratio is that 7/10, 3/10. From this, shall I deduct directly that 2/7 and 1/7? What shall I deduct directly? Yes, it is directly to be deducted because they are saying from and from, na? So 2/7, right? Sorry. Bah. 7/10, 3/10 minus 2/7, 1/7, and here 3/7 multiplied by 10, 10, which will be equal to 3/70, right? Sorry, 30/70, and this one is, so multiplied by 7 and 10, 21 minus 10 divided by 70, and here's 7 and 10, 49 minus 20 divided by 70, which is equal to 29/70, which is equal to 11/70, which is equal to 30/70. So 29:11:30. No, Coptic. A high operating ratio indicates a favorable position. High operating ratio leaves a high margin to meet non-operating expenses. So answer is option C is the correct answer, because that both the statements are wrong. Why both the statements are wrong? Let me explain. C is the correct. This is wrong, this is wrong. Here operating ratio means whenever they are saying operating ratio, no, operating cost ratio. High operating cost ratio is unfavorable position, which is first one they stated favorable, wrong statement. And high operating cost ratio leads to high margin. No, this is less margin. Both the statements are wrong. According to the profit, accounting profit is a surplus of total revenue over and above all paid out cost, including manufacturing and overhead expenses. Economic or a pure profit is a residual left after all contractual costs have been met, including a transfer cost of management and insurable risk and depreciation, payment to shareholders sufficient to maintain investment at its current level. Lamba statement, second one. So answer is option number 1 is the correct answer. Both the statements are correct. Accounting profit is revenue over all the paid off cost, whatever. Means actually accounting profit is nothing but total revenue minus explicit cost. Explicit cost. That is what a accounting profit, which is saying all the paid out cost, means which went out. Economic or a pure profit, which also considers implicit cost. Economic profit is nothing but revenue minus explicit plus implicit, both will be considered. आ गया ये तो another दिमाग खराब question. Which one of the following is incorrect? There is a setting option is there na in the video. Left side below corner, so right side below corner. So answer is that B. Answer is B only, because Whenever elasticity is less than 1, a firm may lower its price. Actually, revenue will increase. Change in price. Here, increase in price will lead to decrease in revenue is given. No. Increase in price, increase in revenue, decrease in price, decrease in revenue. Ulta is given. That is why that is wrong statement. Which one of the following is not a basic property of the indifference curve? Yes, less than 1, direct relation. Correct, Pawal. Which one of the following is not a basic property of indifference curve? Indifference curve have a negative slope. Indifference curve imperfect substitutes are concave to the origin. Indifference curve do not intersect nor are they tangent to one another. Upper the indifference curve indicate higher level of satisfaction. So answer is option number 2 is a correct answer. Here indifference curve of imperfect substitutes are concave to the origin. Actually here not concave, this is convex. Like this. Convex. Concave matlab like this. Wrong. This is PPC, production possibility curve, not indifference curve. And that it is perfect substitutes, not imperfect. Next, when the labor is plotted on x-axis, so answer is option number 3, 2 is a correct answer. That is only C statement is false. 2 or what? 2. Only C statement is false. Remaining statements are correct only. MRTS, that is marginal rate of substitution of a labor for capital is equal to the isoquant, and marginal rate of substitution for of labor for a capital is equal to change in units of a capital divided by change in units of a labor. The ratio here they are saying the ratio is equal to change in capital divided by change in units of a labor, both. And marginal rate of substitution labor for capital is equal to change in units of capital divided by change in units of a labor is in by A and B is correct. Productivity of a capital to marginal productivity of a labor is wrong. This third statement is wrong by. Actually here wrong explanation statement is written by me. I'm referring to the B statement and answer is C statement actually. Sorry, that I have to change it. Question number, which one? 18th question. Okay. Economies of scale, internal economies of scale, external economies of scale, and economies of scope. This is recently I explained. So answer here is option number 3 is the given answer. Option number 3, that is economies of scale, which is given as an lowering of cost. Reducing a cost is an scale. Whereas economies of scope, which is an 1. Lower average cost of manufacturing when two complementary products are produced by a single firm. Economies of scope, that is given. And internal economies arises when cost per unit depends on the size of the firm, only one firm. External economies are fourth one, na? Yes, fourth one. Sorry. That external economies is fourth one. Arises when the cost per unit depends on the industry. This is industry, this is firm. Sorry, wrong match. Thinking correct and matching wrong. That is a problem with me always. A firm produces highly substitute goods can adopt which one of the following pricing strategies? So answer is option 2, that is going rate pricing. By highly substitute means whatever the market price is there, how the competitors are selling at the same price you can also sell. That is what a going rate or a competitor pricing. Next, in a perfectly competitive market, a firm in the long run operates at the level of output where? Perfect competitive. Perfect competitive. So answer is option number 4 is the correct answer. Because in a perfect competitive market, we know the graph. This is a demand curve, price curve, AR curve, MR curve, and MC curve. All are going to be on single line. That's what AR, MR, AC, MC. Assignment of a numerals to objective represents their attribute is known as. Yes, all are equal, Sarika. Assignment of numerals is nothing but that is nominal data. So for the nominal data, nominal means actually the classification, but the classification not with the numbers. Classification, we will assign the numbers. It will provide some information about a group or a set. Like a males and females categorization can be done. But for the males, we may give one number. For the females, we may give two number. We will not, for our convenience purpose, but usually classification part is called as the nominal data. A graph of a cumulative frequency distribution is called polygon, frequency curve, ogive, pie diagram. It is a simple answer, that is ogive. Cumulative frequency. There are two types of ogive. More than cumulative frequency, less than cumulative frequency. Two types of ogive will be there. Where both are touching, that will be an, here you can see, less than cumulative frequency curve and more than cumulative frequency curve. More than will come in this way. Like this, more than will come. But this opposite. This is what a equilibrium point. In the case of classification of data, the class having upper limit is treated as a lower limit of the next class. Alright, next question only I am doing. Coptic. Next question only I am doing. Exclusive class is a correct answer. Like 0 to 10. The class having upper limit, 10 upper limit, treated as a lower limit next class. 10 to 20. 20 to 30. So this both. This is what we call it as an exclusive class. For a standard normal probability distribution, the mean, standard deviation are. Mean and the standard deviation are. So answer is given as an 1, which is mean is equal to 0 and the standard deviation is equal to 1 for a normal probability distribution. For a normal probability distribution, that is middle one, mean equal to 0 and standard deviation is equal to plus or minus in between. This is what 1 normal distribution. Next, standard error of the mean, base of point estimate of the mean of the population, non-specific hypothesis, parameter value of a descriptive statistics. So answer is that option 1 is the correct answer. That is standard error of the mean is an standard error is a standard deviation of sampling distribution of mean and mean. Deviation is nothing but error. And second one, base point of estimate of the mean of the population is an third one, mean of the sampling distribution mean. And non-specific hypothesis is an, that is alternative hypothesis is called mu1 not equal to mu2. Parameter value of a descriptive hypothesis and values based on all observations of the population where there is no assumptions are taken over here. Last 3 questions are there, by 30 questions will do. There is a very high inverse relationship between overweight and life expectancy. Then which of the following coefficient of correlation is consistent with the statement? Overweight and life expectancy, inverse relationship very high, means highly negative relation. So answer is 4 given because they are saying inverse relation means a negative relation usually. That is inverse, very high negative high inverse relation means a minus 0.80, highly negative. Chi-square test, ANOVA, Z-test, T-test. ANOVA, analysis of variance. Chi-square is a goodness of fit test. Out of that, only one is non-parametric, chi-square. Others are parametric. Yeah, I told the answer. Goodness of fit test is there directly. Why questions are not able to read? By increase your resolution. Options are not matching. Acha, not visible. Fully. Option is not visible. Why? It's matching but not visible. So answer is that option D is a given answer, that is chi-square is a goodness of fittest one. And second one is an ANOVA is a one which is testing of difference of mean values. More than 2 sample group is the clue. Here more than 2 sample group is the clue. Whereas third one Z-test is an third one which is testing a hypothesis. Large size sample is a clue which is usually more than 30 sample size Z-test. And T-test is a less than 30. Small sample size which is a less than 30 usually. Next question. Sales executive, branch manager, foreman, production manager. Guys, do hit a like button if you like this session. So answer is that option 1 is the correct answer. That is sales executive is an operating force. At a lower level, he is the one who is communicating to the consumer. And the branch manager is an middle management. Foreman is the one who is a lower level management like a supervisor. Production manager is a top level management because he is the one who has to manage entire production process. Last and final question of this session. It is a significant feature of a human that he plans. A plan is a trap to capture the future. A plan is a trap to capture the future. It is a significant feature of a human that he plans. So answer is option number 3 is a given answer. Both the statements are correct. They are simply telling about the plan by. 5 will make a plan. We are having a 4 or 6 months plan now. Every day we need to prepare for the paper 1 and paper 2 to get the JRF. So plan is a trap to capture the future. Here the future is our future is JRF. So trap means we are preparing a schedule to capture that JRF. And it is a significant feature of human also. Human will be the one, like we are the one who is planning and executing that one. Right? So these are the 30 questions from the commerce paper. I hope the session is beneficial. Now actually I am trying to give the equal importance to commerce as well as management. So commerce as well as paper 1. Paper 1 and paper 2 both are going now. So in the YouTube I have launched this series intentionally. So 2 sessions of paper 1 and 1 session of commerce will go now onwards in the YouTube. By tomorrow, final call to all the upcoming UGC NET 2022 aspirants is that weekend batch course on paper 1 which will be covering all the 10 units of the paper 1 by the 3 educators, that is me, Niharika ma'am and Vashini Kumar sir will be covering all the 10 units. In this I will be taking a major portion, that is most important unit which you feel it as a difficult, that is logical reasoning and higher education as well as information and communication technology, which is covering entire syllabus with a new updates. All the things will be covered in these courses. Tomorrow at 7 PM my first class is going to be there in this weekend. Only Saturday and Sunday this weekend batch course is going to be there. And from the scratch you can learn from me as well as other educators with a single subscription of Unacademy Plus platform. So come and join in Unacademy Plus by using my referral code ShivaLife to complete your syllabus on the weekend at your convenience, because weekend is a one which you will be having a leisure time for the working professionals. So this is just for you. This type of batch was not happened before, and which is the first time. Try to utilize the opportunity. Wake up early, because this is a weekend batch course, which is a longer period of time. It is going to be there, almost 3 months. So you need to plan early for the next 3 months if you are going to sit for the exam. Thank you so much. Bye to all. Have a nice day. Good night, everyone. Do not forget to hit a like button and share it with your friends. Do subscribe to this channel.